The High Court on Thursday heard evidence in the case brought against Leader of the Opposition, Dr. Denzil Douglas, in the diplomatic passport case. The government side presented 3 expert witnesses on Dominican law who made presentations before His Lordship Justice Trevor Ward, QC, to help determine whether Dr. Douglas, through his use of a diplomatic passport issued by the Commonwealth of Dominica, is under allegiance to a foreign power. Dr. Douglas's legal team also presented a legal expert in Gerald Burton, who is chairman of the Dominican Electoral Commission. After the court hearing, SK Newsline spoke to senior counsel representing Dr. Douglas, Anthony Astaphan, who provided some insight into Thursday's hearing.
The evidence of Dr. Douglas, the evidence of Ms. Astona Brown and Mr. Gaston Harris are admitted into evidence without cross-examination. The experts give evidence as to whether or not the circumstances of the diplomatic passport and travel created an allegiance to Dominica. I had a difficulty following that, but that's their case. Our case was put forward. The experts from representing the Attorney General understood the fundamental differences between the passports, the terms and conditions of the passport, etc. And the expert on behalf of Dr. Douglas was very clear in his position that there must be a connection to Dominica.
Attorney Astaphan noted that Dr. Douglas was offered a diplomatic passport from Dominica as a courtesy of the government of Dominica.
But I think more importantly is the fact that why are we here? We are at this stage because the present Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs have refused to give, in accordance with the protocol and previous practice, a diplomatic passport to the former Prime Minister and Leader of the Opposition. Despite his numerous requests to the Governor General and to the Prime Minister for it. At a meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica at home, Dr. Douglas explained the situation, and Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, as a matter of personal and professional courtesy, extended a diplomatic passport to Dr. Douglas.
However, Attorney General Vincent Byron, after the hearing, said the matter pertaining to the case is not whether Dr. Douglas has sworn allegiance to a foreign power, but rather that he has allegiance by using the diplomatic passport.
The Constitution says that you have to show an acknowledgement, you have to have an allegiance. It does not say at all in the Constitution that you have to swear an allegiance. That is not what the Constitution, Section 20 does not say that. The issue is that the use of the having accepted and used the passport, and Dr. Douglas has not denied that. He has actually filed with the court that he has visited 7 countries at least 10 times using a Dominican diplomatic passport. And the case is that having used that passport, he falls under the protection of Dominica.
The Attorney General cited to a 1945 case as precedent William Joyce, an American citizen with a British passport, who was found guilty of treason against Britain.
And that using the precedent of the House of Lords, which is for us, like the Privy Council, the same judges sit there, and which is our highest court. And this has not been changed in the last 50, 70 years, that there is a very strong belief on our case that we will be successful in this matter.
Both parties are to submit final written submissions between January 25 and February 4th. A date for the decision by His Lordship, Justice Trevor Ward QC, will be announced. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is contending that Dr. Douglas, by possessing and using a diplomatic passport issued by the Commonwealth of Dominica, has allegiance to a foreign power, which is in contravention of the Constitution of St. Kitts and Nevis, making him ineligible to remain a Member of Parliament. The opposition legal team argues that Dr. Douglas has always declared his nationality to be St. Kitts and Nevis whenever he traveled using the diplomatic passport, and as such, he could not have sworn allegiance to a foreign power. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.